What we're building here, in partnership with Skanska, is going to provide scientific users from universities and industry.
Quite tightly, and that means it's not as big.
Some structures and transportation projects look like they have been transported to us from the future. But have you ever wondered how much money was spent on their construction? I'll let you in on a secret: the cost of most of them exceeds billions of dollars. In this video, we're checking out everything from the Chinese super city to the crazy plans for JFK, in the most expensive projects in the world that are currently under construction. Xiamen New Area, a futuristic city. China never ceases to amaze with its innovative ideas. This time, the country's authorities have embarked on the large-scale construction of a true city of the future, the Xiamen New Area. In 2017, China began implementing this project, and already now, nearly 1.5 million people live in Xiamen. Impressive, isn't it? However, the city is not yet fully built. It will be completed by 2035, but even now it boasts beauty and developed infrastructure. The idea of creating a modern district in northern China arose primarily because this area was not developing as rapidly as the southern side. To balance the development of the country, it was decided to create a powerful industrial boost, and the new city would perfectly cope with this task. The location for the construction of Xiamen was also chosen deliberately, as Beijing is located 100 kilometers from this place. The promising district was supposed to attract residents of Beijing, thus slightly easing the burden on China's densely populated capital. The strategy was excellent, and it worked. People have indeed started moving to Xiamen. But what exactly can this city offer? Xiamen is designed with all innovative achievements in mind, so it is comfortable to live and work in. Many large companies from Beijing have already placed their offices in this district. The city is being built according to the 5-minute neighborhood principle, meaning all its residents will have access to medical institutions, educational institutions, preschools, and other universal services within 5 minutes of walking. Xiamen is classified as a green city. There are no cars except for autonomous electric vehicles, and there never will be. However, the number of plants and trees is simply impressive. In 2017 alone, over 14 million trees and shrubs were planted in the city. The list of this city's advantages could go on for a long time, so let's move on to the most interesting part: the cost of this project. According to official data, this figure is $95 billion. This is likely not the final cost of the city. John F. Kennedy International Airport, a new era in air travel. John F. Kennedy International Airport, located in Queens, New York, was built in 1947. It is the largest of the 3 passenger airports in New York City. This airport is used by 90 airlines, with a passenger flow of over 60 million people per year. Periodically, the US authorities have modernized the airport, since it was built quite a long time ago. The latest modification, the development plan for which was drawn up in 2017, is the most extensive. The governor of New York has set a goal to transform the outdated airport into a world-class interconnected complex. According to the reconstruction plan, improvements should be achieved by creating a single modern terminal that will replace the existing small terminals. The roads leading to the complex will also be modified into a continuous loop road to improve car access. Additionally, modern parking areas with long-term parking options will be constructed. The terminal will be equipped according to the most modern standards. Inside, there will be restaurants, shopping areas, and conference rooms. Upgrades will also include security systems, particularly the installation of video surveillance and facial recognition systems for all passengers inside the terminal. The combination of these ideas will transform New York's largest airport into one of the most comfortable, safe, and innovative airports in the world. Moreover, these solutions will help accommodate the constantly growing passenger base, which is expected to reach 75 million people per year by 2030 and 100 million by 2050. At the current rate of growth, the existing airport will reach full capacity within the next 10 to 15 years. The reconstruction of the airport began in 2022 and is expected to be completed by 2030. The cost of this project is $19 billion. The Grand Paris Express, a metro revolution. The Grand Paris Express has become France's ambitious project to improve the Paris metro. Its primary goal is to ensure transportation accessibility to the city center for suburban residents. Thanks to this project, the number of cars on Paris roads will be reduced by at least 150,000, which will positively impact the capital's environment. Additionally, the metro expansion will help people reach France's largest airport, Charles de Gaulle, as well as Le Bourget and Orly airports much faster. According to the project plan, after construction is completed, the total length of the Paris metro tracks will increase by 200 kilometers. For this purpose, 4 new lines will be built and the existing lines 11 and 14 will be extended. Thus, the Paris metro will be able to serve up to 2 million passengers daily. The designs for all new and modified stations include glass barriers separating the tracks from the platforms to enhance safety. The design of all halls is aimed at providing a comfortable experience for metro passengers. For this, the halls will feature abundant lighting and plants. The construction of new lines and the expansion of old ones began in 2015. Initially, it was planned that the project would take 15 years and the upgraded metro would fully open in 2030. However, due to Paris being chosen as the host city for the 2024 Olympic Games, the French authorities decided to significantly accelerate construction. As of today, the work on expanding lines 11 and 14 has already been completed. Line 11 opened in May this year and Line 14 in June this year. The construction of the new lines is still ongoing. The opening of these lines will occur in stages, starting in 2025. The Grand Paris Express is indeed a very large-scale project. Thanks to it, the Paris metro will become very comfortable and fast, especially for suburban residents. The cost of constructing 4 new lines with 68 stations and extending the existing 2 lines amounted to over $35 billion. The Crossrail project, now known as the Elizabeth Line, is one of the most ambitious transportation endeavors in Europe. This new railway line is designed to connect central London with its surrounding areas. Spanning over 100 kilometers, it aims to improve travel times, reduce congestion, and enhance accessibility for millions of passengers. The construction of Crossrail began in 2009, and the project was initially expected to be completed in 2018. However, delays and budget overruns pushed the final launch date to 2022. The Elizabeth Line features state-of-the-art trains capable of traveling at speeds of up to 90 miles per hour. The new service is expected to transport around 200 million passengers each year, significantly easing pressure on London's existing transport network. Additionally, the line will create thousands of jobs and stimulate economic growth in the areas it serves. Major stations along the route include Paddington, Liverpool Street, and Canary Wharf, each designed with modern amenities to enhance the passenger experience. Moreover, the integration of advanced technology such as contactless payment systems and real-time travel updates will make commuting more efficient. The overall budget for the Crossrail project reached approximately £18.25 billion, making it one of the most expensive transport projects in the world. The funding for this monumental endeavor has been sourced from a combination of public funds, private investments, and contributions from London's local authorities. While the project faced numerous challenges, including logistical issues and the COVID-19 pandemic, the Elizabeth Line is poised to transform London's public transport landscape for years to come. The high-speed rail network is another extraordinary undertaking that has revolutionized travel in China. This network is the longest in the world, spanning over 37,000 kilometers, designed to connect major cities across China. It enables passengers to travel at speeds of up to 350 kilometers per hour. The project began in the early 2000s, with significant investments pouring in to enhance the country's transportation infrastructure. By 2021, the total expenditure on the high-speed rail network had exceeded $100 billion, making it one of the most significant investments in modern transportation. The network has transformed travel in China, significantly reducing journey times between cities. For example, the trip from Beijing to Shanghai, which once took over 10 hours by conventional train, can now be completed in just about 4.5 hours. Moreover, the development of high-speed rail has had a profound impact on economic growth, facilitating trade and tourism while reducing road congestion and pollution. The trains themselves are equipped with modern conveniences including spacious seating, Wi-Fi access, and catering services, providing a comfortable travel experience for passengers. In addition to improving domestic connectivity, the high-speed rail network is set to play a pivotal role in regional integration, linking neighboring countries and fostering economic cooperation. Plans for further expansion are already underway, with proposals for new routes to connect to Southeast Asia and beyond. As the network continues to grow, it promises to enhance mobility, stimulate economic development, and reshape how people travel in the region. Stuttgart, located in the southwestern part of Germany, is a major innovative city in the country. In 2008, the city's authorities called it the new heart of Europe and embarked on numerous projects aimed at making Stuttgart a city where business meets the future. One of these projects is the Stuttgart 21 Rail and Urban Development Project. The project plan envisaged the complete demolition of the old terminal station and the construction of a new underground through station with 8 tracks. To implement this idea, the new station had to be built not vertically but horizontally, that is, rotated 90 degrees in relation to the location of the old one. In addition, this required the construction of new tunnels with a total length of 30 kilometers as well as 57 kilometers of railway lines. The new through station is to be included in the high-speed rail network. As a result, travel time from one point to another will be significantly reduced. For example, it previously took 2.5 hours to get to Munich, but after the construction of the through station, it will take no more than 1.5 hours. The project plan also envisages the creation of a new railway depot in the areas of Stuttgart Airport and the Exhibition Center. This will connect these two important facilities to the transport network. Construction work began in 2010. According to initial estimates, the cost of the project was expected to be €2.5 billion, but it is now reported that the cost of Stuttgart 21 will be at least €11 billion. Building such a serious project really takes a lot of money. A lot of finances have also been invested in the design of Stuttgart 21, which includes park space and 28 huge cup-shaped columns. Just for their construction, 350 metric tons of steel and 685 cubic meters of concrete were required. Stuttgart 21 has become a very controversial and complex project that few believed in. However, the German authorities were not afraid of the difficulties and continued to work on their plan. It is expected that the construction will be completed in 2025. Not only will Stuttgart 21 serve as a vital transportation hub, but it is also envisioned as a catalyst for economic growth, attracting businesses and improving overall urban quality of life. The combination of transportation efficiency and urban redevelopment has positioned Stuttgart as a model for future city planning, ensuring its relevance in Europe's evolving landscape. The International Thermonuclear Experimental Reactor, ITER, is an international project demonstrating the potential for commercial use of nuclear fusion. The project development began back in the 1980s, but construction of the facility only started in 2010. The location chosen for the International Thermonuclear Reactor is the commune of Saint-Paul-les-Durance in southeastern France. The participating countries in this experiment include all member states of the European Union and many other countries. For an extended period, the site was prepared for the placement of the nuclear reactor while the participating countries worked on its creation. In 2020, the assembly of the reactor began. The thermonuclear reactor itself is designed to be a tokamak, a toroidal device for magnetic confinement of plasma to achieve the conditions necessary for controlled thermonuclear fusion. According to the project plans, this installation will have a height of over 70 meters, surpassing the Eiffel Tower, and will weigh 23,000 tons. As a result of the experiment, scientists aim to obtain plasma with a volume of 40 cubic meters, for which a temperature exceeding 150 million degrees Celsius must be created inside the reactor. Additionally, the magnetic field in the tokamak must be enhanced to 200,000 times that of the Earth's field. Finally, to ensure the success of the experiment, the massive superconducting plasma and superconducting magnets will need to be cooled to -269 degrees Celsius. This whole concept sounds simply fantastic because if scientists manage to meet all these conditions, the area where the reactor is located will become simultaneously the hottest and coldest spot on the planet. Admittedly, it is hard to believe in the implementation of this project, but scientists believe that it is entirely possible. Therefore, investments in this project have amounted to over $25 billion. Upon successful completion, ITER is expected to provide a significant leap in the quest for sustainable energy. If nuclear fusion proves viable, it could lead to a new era of clean energy that offers an abundance of power without the environmental consequences associated with fossil fuels. The Mumbai-Ahmedabad high-speed rail project is India's transportation revolution. Currently, a massive transportation project is underway in India, the construction of a high-speed railway connecting Ahmedabad in Gujarat and Mumbai, the capital of Maharashtra. It is worth noting that India boasts one of the largest railway networks in the world, with a total route length of over 64,000 kilometers. However, the country has never had a high-speed rail line. This project will provide India with its first high-speed railway. The high-speed connection will be part of the 650 kilometers Pune-Ahmedabad-Mumbai line. The total length of this section will be 508 kilometers, 468 of which will be located in a ground corridor. 27 kilometers will be constructed inside a tunnel, including an underwater section, and 13 kilometers will be above ground. Thanks to this project, travel time between the two endpoints will be reduced fourfold, from 8 hours to 2 hours. The Mumbai-Ahmedabad high-speed railway will start at the Bandra Kurla complex in Mumbai and end near Sabarmati railway station in Gujarat. In total, the line will include 12 stations. Once operational, passengers will be offered two types of services, rapid train and express service. With the first option, passengers can travel from Mumbai to Ahmedabad in 2 hours and 7 minutes without stops. The second option includes stops, and the journey will take 2 hours and 58 minutes. In total, there will be 70 daily trips in both directions on the line. For the high-speed railway, Japanese E5 Shinkansen trains will be purchased. These trains will be modified to operate in Indian weather conditions. India is known for its extreme heat, up to 50 degrees Celsius in the sun, therefore, the trains will be equipped with special cooling systems, air conditioners, and dust filters. Each train will consist of 10 to 16 cars with a passenger capacity of 1,300 to 1,600 passengers. The maximum speed of the trains will be 350 km per hour. The line is scheduled to open in August 2026. The cost of this project will exceed $15 billion. With this railway, India aims to modernize its transportation infrastructure significantly, fostering economic development and enhancing connectivity between its key urban centers. In what is being called the most ambitious mega-project ever undertaken, South Korea has begun constructing a colossal wall that stretches for miles along its coast. Known as the Seoul Sea Wall, the massive barrier is designed to protect the nation's capital from rising sea levels and potential natural disasters. The towering wall, made of reinforced concrete and standing hundreds of feet tall, has already altered the skyline dramatically, casting long shadows over nearby cities. While the government claims the project will safeguard millions of lives and vital infrastructure, critics argue that the environmental and social costs are too high. Traffic jams and pollution have surged in areas surrounding the construction site, and locals fear the wall may divide communities. The project is still far from completion, but its sheer scale has the world watching in awe. If this mega project is completed, the world will change forever. Will this wall be the future of coastal cities? Could this mega project spark a new wave of construction in other nations? Silicon Valley is located in Northern California, USA. This region is the global center of modern technology and innovation. Silicon Valley is home to the headquarters of many of the largest global corporations. It was there that silicon-based integrated circuits, microprocessors, and other technologies were developed. 1/3 of all venture capital investments in the United States go to this region, so it is not surprising that it has become a leading center and ecosystem for high-tech startup innovations. Undoubtedly, the US authorities continue to develop this successful region of their economy. In 2024, the second phase of a grand project aimed at improving Silicon Valley started. The first phase was completed in 2020. As a result, the Bay Area Rapid Transit (BART) system acquired 2 new stations, each of which is part of 2 major transit centers. The second phase involves extending BART's service by 10 miles. It is planned that due to this project, by 2036, the line will be able to serve more than 54,000 passengers daily. The construction of the stations will be completed in 2036, which is only 12 years away. Such long terms are due to the complexity of the construction, as the line will run through downtown San Jose, where careful consideration of soil characteristics is important when laying tunnels. Despite these challenges, authorities are confident that the project will be successfully completed. The expansion of the BART regional system will provide a fast and convenient alternative transit along major transportation routes, ensure quick access to major employment centers throughout the Bay Area and back, improve the connectivity of regional transportation services, contribute to the region's economic development, and increase the mobility of the population in disadvantaged transportation situations. It sounds attractive. However, the cost of this project promises to be incredibly high. Initially, the investment amount was $12.2 billion, but a month after construction began, it increased to $12.7 billion. As history has shown, such projects often experience rising costs, prompting concerns about budget overruns and delays. Experts believe that the final price tag could soar beyond initial estimates, reflecting the complexity of modern urban infrastructure development. In addition, the success of Silicon Valley continues to draw the attention of international investors, making it a crucial player in the global technology landscape. As more startups and established companies flock to the area, the ongoing projects aim to support this growth, ensuring Silicon Valley remains at the forefront of technological advancement for years to come. High Speed 2 is a major project in England for the construction of a high-speed railway. In 2007, residents of London were already able to appreciate the convenience of the High Speed 1 railway, which connects London with the Channel Tunnel. However, the country's authorities decided not to stop there and announced the construction of High Speed 2 in 2017. According to the initial project plan, the line was to extend from London, from Euston Station to central Birmingham, then split into two branches heading towards Manchester and Leeds. The total length of the railway was to be over 500 kilometers. However, after the construction of High Speed 2 began, the plans changed. This was primarily due to an incorrectly estimated budget. Initially, it was assumed that the cost of the project would be $47 billion, but it later became clear that the cost would increase by at least twice that amount. $100 billion is simply an astronomical amount of money. Therefore, it was decided to build only a simplified high-speed railway. This line will connect only London and Birmingham, with a length of 230 kilometers. This decision allowed the project cost to be reduced to $84 billion, but even this amount is much higher than initially estimated before construction began. Despite this and many other negative factors, which have resulted in constant delays in the opening of the line, the high-speed railway will still be put into operation. Thanks to it, residents of London and Birmingham will be able to travel between the two largest cities in the United Kingdom twice as fast as they do now. The project also aims to enhance economic ties between these major urban centres, stimulating growth in the surrounding regions. Moreover, the high-speed rail system is expected to significantly reduce carbon emissions compared to car and air travel, aligning with the UK's commitment to sustainability. The government has emphasized that HS2 will ultimately create thousands of jobs during construction and beyond, contributing to the local economies in various ways. Additionally, the project is set to include state-of-the-art facilities, ensuring a comfortable travel experience for passengers. As the railway comes closer to completion, many are optimistic about its potential impact on the UK's transportation infrastructure and overall connectivity. In January 2015, the California High-Speed Rail Authority began work on implementing the California High-Speed Rail Project. In the first phase of construction, the line will connect San Francisco with Los Angeles and Anaheim. The total length of this section of the route will be 795 kilometers. The second phase involves extending the line further, reaching San Diego from the southern part of the route and connecting Sacramento from the north. Thus, the total length of the California high-speed rail will ultimately span 1,249 kilometers. The idea of creating a high-speed rail system in the United States first arose back in 1979, but the project did not receive approval at that time. Meanwhile, California's population experienced significant growth, prompting the government to modernize its transportation system accordingly. Authorities concluded that high-speed lines would provide substantial economic and environmental benefits. The California Rail Construction Project is meticulously planned, aiming to create the most comfortable and convenient mode of transportation for residents. Each train will extend up to 400 m in length, consisting of various types of cars such as quiet cars, family play areas, dining cars, and even conference rooms. The capacity of each train will be approximately 1,300 passengers, leading to a projected daily passenger flow of about 115,000 individuals. Moreover, the railway stations along the line will be equipped with modern amenities, including parking, transit rooms, designated pick-up and drop-off areas, and various operational rooms. The cost of this ambitious project is estimated at $128 billion. However, the investment is expected to transform California's transportation landscape, making it more efficient and reducing travel time significantly. Additionally, the rail system aims to contribute to environmental sustainability by lowering carbon emissions associated with traditional forms of transport. This project also anticipates job creation during construction and in ongoing operations, which will have a positive impact on the local economy. The Gateway program, developed in 2011 by the U.S. national railroad operator Amtrak, is a project aimed at improving railway infrastructure. The primary goal of this initiative is to replace outdated railway lines along the Northeast Corridor between New Jersey and New York. The project received approval in 2021, with the first construction work commencing in 2023. According to the project plan, the first phase includes constructing a new two-track tunnel under the Hudson River. Along with this new tunnel, the existing two-track North River Tunnel, which sustained severe damage during Hurricane Sandy in 2012, will be restored and renovated. As the program progresses, the Portal North Bridge in New Jersey and the Sawtooth Bridges will also be replaced. The program will additionally involve constructing the Portal South Bridge and the Bergen Loop in New Jersey, along with new railway stations to enhance accessibility. The overall scope of this project is incredibly extensive. Its cost is estimated at $16 billion. However, the U.S. authorities believe that these expenditures are justified. By implementing this program, the long-term reliability of the corridor between New Jersey and New York will be ensured. When the Gateway program is fully completed, there will be 4 tracks available between New Jersey and New York, significantly increasing the capacity for rail traffic. The program is expected to encourage people to use train services, as the improvements will make this mode of transportation even more comfortable, reliable, fast, and environmentally friendly. This initiative is a crucial part of the region's infrastructure improvement strategy, addressing the growing demand for efficient transit solutions in one of the nation's busiest corridors. Right now, work is underway to expand the metro in Sydney, the most populous city in Australia, located in the state of New South Wales. If you think this is because the route is outdated and needs improvements, you are mistaken. Surprisingly, in such a large city as Sydney, with a population of over 5 million people, the metro was only opened in 2019. All the work currently being done is more of a continuation of metro construction rather than its reconstruction. Building a metro was simply essential for a city like Sydney. As Greater Sydney encompasses 658 suburbs, naturally many people from this region work in Sydney itself, making transport accessibility crucial. Fortunately, the New South Wales state authorities prioritised their residents' comfort and began constructing a metro that connects many of Greater Sydney's outskirts with the city centre. Currently, the total length of the metro is 36 kilometres, including 13 stations. However, this was not enough, so the authorities began expanding it. The new section of the line will run from Sydney's northwest area to the southwest, ultimately reaching Chatswood Station. The total length of this route will be 15.5 kilometres, with 6 additional stations planned along the main line. The construction of this section involves using advanced machinery, including the 975-ton tunnel boring machine named Kathleen. This machine is designed to operate in various soil conditions, including the section beneath Sydney Harbour. To minimize long waits, especially during peak hours, train intervals are set to be no more than 2 minutes apart. This will significantly enhance passenger traffic and improve overall efficiency. The estimated cost of the Sydney Metro expansion project will be around $25 billion. In addition to boosting capacity, the expansion aims to enhance connectivity within the region, allowing residents easier access to employment opportunities and essential services. As Sydney continues to grow, this investment in public transportation will help accommodate the increasing population, making the city more livable and environmentally friendly. Furthermore, this project underscores the commitment of Australian authorities to creating a sustainable transport network that supports economic growth and reduces traffic congestion. LNG Canada Development Incorporated is an industrial enterprise established to construct a liquefied natural gas export terminal. The chosen location for the terminal is Kitimat, a district municipality in the North Coast region of British Columbia, Canada. The primary investors in the project are 5 major international companies, including Shell plc and Mitsubishi Corporation. It is expected that liquefied natural gas will be delivered to client countries from 2 processing plants with a capacity of about 14 million tons per year. However, after this project becomes operational, the export volume is expected to increase to 26 million tons annually. The implementation of the project involves 2 main stages. The first stage will involve the construction of a coastal gas pipeline. Its total length will be 670 kilometers, running through northern British Columbia. North American company TC Energy Corporation is responsible for its proper functioning. According to the project plan, the initial capacity of the pipeline will be 2.1 billion cubic feet per day. The second stage focuses on building the plant for liquefying and storing natural gas. The production technology will include a system for cooling natural gas to a liquid state and storing it. Additionally, a port will be built in Kitimat specifically designed for LNG carrier ships. It is planned that LNG carrier ships will navigate through Douglas Channel, load the raw material, and depart for overseas destinations, primarily in Asia, as countries in this part of the world will be the main buyers of the gas. This project may seem quite ordinary from an economic perspective, but despite this, its cost is impressive, amounting to $31 billion. The terminal is expected to create thousands of jobs during construction, and once operational, it will support the local economy significantly. Furthermore, the facility will have a crucial role in meeting the growing global demand for clean energy sources. By exporting liquefied natural gas, Canada aims to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, as natural gas is a cleaner alternative to coal and oil. The project also highlights the country's commitment to transitioning towards sustainable energy solutions, positioning itself as a key player in the global energy market. The construction and operation of this terminal will not only enhance Canada's energy infrastructure but also contribute positively to the economy while promoting environmental responsibility. Subscribe now and become a part of Expedition Diaries for more. Which of these mega projects do you find the most exciting? Let us know in the comments below. See you next time.